Welcome back to Bunny Buns Tarot. I'm just trying to do a hopefully quick channeled message for the collective. Check out my information before if you would like any tarot readings or crafts or anything like that. You can check out my Instagram, BunnyBunsTarot8. Also, like, subscribe, do all the stereotypical YouTube stuff. That'd be great. I'm going to try to make this a fast reading because I will just keep talking. I've been feeling such like a weird nostalgic mood. Not like very much in a negative sense or anything. I just feel very huge shifts and changes coming. I think a lot of us learned a lot of karmic lessons and started being very uplifted. I just feel a huge change coming. I think with that, a lot of us might be kind of yearning for a little bit of the past, a little bit more of comfort and stuff like that. In some instances, I think it would be a good idea to think of Six of Cups energy, where sometimes we'll be nostalgic for the past in our comfort zone without realizing it really wasn't the best situation, or it really wasn't like the most optimal growing situations for us. Either way, let me try to pull some cards because I don't even fully understand what I'm saying right now. So I have the Fool in reverse popping out here. So very look before you leap energy. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to take both of these popping out. I don't know why I show you these cards in the dark. You can't see this? Alright, so I have the Fool in reverse. Very look before you leap, really wanting to go out on an adventure and stuff and just feeling like, or just the next phase of your life, but at the same time feeling like, am I ready for this? Is this a good idea? A lot of doubts. Some of us could be doubting our own abilities and having a lot of insecurity and stuff like that, and not really diving into the fact that we are just like, we've grown a lot and are insanely strong. After that, I had the Knight of Pentacles popping out. Again, I'm trying to show you this. You can't see it in the dark. Okay, let's keep going. So surely, like slowly but surely, going into the directions that we're trying to go into right now. The Knight of Pentacles is very steady, sees a goal, is on their way to do it, but at the same time can lack a bit of imagination. I think a lot of us really need to tap into more of our mystical, magical, imaginative inner child self, because that gets very wiped out of us as we get older, and society just tries to get us to like not really use our minds as much and expand and everything, when in reality magic and stuff exists. It's just we get it drilled into us that it's not real, and that dwindles down to little things like our goals, hobbies, creative abilities, things like that. I think a lot of us might be getting told by various people that, or just maybe even ourselves, that what we're trying to pursue might not be the best idea or might not be the most practical, when it's like, I mean, YOLO, what if it's not practical, but like, I mean, still just do whatever makes you happy. Interesting. I'm going to read also from the book too, because I know I can like kind of jabber on from this, or yeah. Whew. Fish and cats. Fish and cats. Cats could be very significant at this time. It could be a sign of something. In the Fool card, there is a cat trying to get a fish out of the Fool's pocket. Personally, I am a vegetarian, but I do not care what you do. So it could even be like fish art. For me personally, the fish has a lot to do with the Pope's hat, and Saturnalia and all that stuff. If you know, you know. If you don't, maybe look that up, because it's very interesting. Look up the Pope's hat. Look up Saturnalia. Look up Saturn. Just throwing that one out there. Somebody needed to hear that. somebody needed to hear. You all needed to hear that, but like okay. Anywho, casually almost lighting a fire. Can I get a third card, God? I saw. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say that. Yeah, I saw the Justice reverse popping out, and that was another. I'm not gonna pull it, but that was another card saying that like we know what to do, we know the actions to take. It's just a lot of us don't really have the confidence to do it, or maybe you've just been let down so many times that you no longer think that the impossible is possible. Ooh, what? Okay, so I have the star in reverse popping out. I just feel like you're worried about your hopes and dreams being dashed to the ground right now, and being afraid that you won't be able to build yourself up because you've been dealing with like a lot of stressful situations, but deep down you know you can succeed. You just need to take the lessons from the past that you've had and just dive into it, and just continue on, pick yourself up, drink water. I can drink water now. I'm rambling on again, and I'm already at 6 minutes, so I'm just gonna pull another card and pull some oracle cards and then try to let you go, and then maybe I'll do a more detailed reading another time. Basically, you're kind of understanding the gist of this. Just have the confidence, jump into it, don't care what other people say about you. Let's see. I have the Five of Pentacles upright. I feel like you might be worried that if you dive into your dreams and dive into whatever path that you want, you will be suffering when it comes to monetary gain, or you might throw yourself in a situation that is, or you could just currently be in a situation that is not the best financially and you're worried. I feel like a lot of people in the collective getting worried that if they're not succeeding in the ways that seem appropriate to like their friends, family members, or what society thinks, that they're not actually successful. Please stop thinking that way. Easier said than done. Harsh energy. Not like super harsh. It's just like this weird in-between phase of like wanting to like burst out and do something new and exciting, but at the same time just being like, dang, should I do this? Should I not? Am I creative enough? Am I talented enough? Do I have all the resources? Yes, you do. You do. You need to take these lessons that you've been getting and just dive into it. So one of my oracles that I just pulled says, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. All right. Okay. Just know that you're always loved. You're always protected. Like, no matter how dark things get, the light always comes. Let's see what else we have here. We have, my happiness is a direct reflection of the level of faith in the universe, of my level of faith in the universe. Man, that's so accurate. Whatever energy you put out in the universe is what you're going to get back. You just need to know that whatever is for you is not going to ever leave you. You're never going to lose what is for you. Please look up your North Node. Like, use your exact time of birth when you look up your full natal chart. Not, oh, I think I was born around, no, your exact time of birth, like on your birth certificate. Please look up your North Node and your part of fortune and study that. That's very important to whoever is watching this. And then I also have, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. A lot of people in this collective really need to heal some inner childhood wounds and get rid of a lot of the projections of the world that we got 9 times out of 10 from a parental figure. Try to release these lessons, and honestly, just that. I think a lot of us might have a lot of inner childhood wounds to heal before we can jump into this next phase, knowing that we will be successful. Like, let's be honest, there's a very high chance that this collective that I'm tuning into, because I kind of can feel it, might not have always had parents who supported them all the way and said that you could do whatever you want in life, that you're a beautiful person, and were supportive, protective, loving figures. And because of that, that kind of ends up with creating people who do not have the best confidence and always are worried about what step they're doing and stuff. You just need to wipe it out because realistically, nobody's perfect, and you probably were raised by someone who really didn't have their sugar honey iced tea together. Not everybody, but like even if you have the world's best parents, there's still some lessons that they didn't learn, and because of that, it's kind of generational, and you have to learn it and fix it. There's a lot of things that need to just get detoxed from this group to know how successful we could possibly be if we just get rid of this weird subconscious training. I hope this is coherent, this reading. Because I think, yeah, I need to stop doing readings when it's late as heck and I'm tired. It's just like I was listening to music and getting into my zone, and I don't know. Anyway, let me pull another oracle card. Speed through this. Probably do a better reading in the morning. Ooh, so we have Green Tara Salvation. This is number 18 in this goddess deck, reducing down to 9. I normally take the number 9 as we're hesitating on doing something that will be for the better, jumping into things because we have a lot of self-doubt, which is very pointless because it's like deep down we know we can be very successful at whatever project this is. So anyway, empowerment message. The divine has intended you into being and given you the assignment to explore life through certain perceived limitations. I'm happy this one came out. Yeah, a lot of us got these limitations ingrained into us at birth, which makes no sense. I think there's a high chance a few of us could be surrounded by people who, because their dreams didn't come true, or because they were only able to see certain parts of life, that when they have children or other family members or friends who are dreamers, they immediately want to kind of break it down and be like, no, this isn't possible, no, you can't do this, no, blah, 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 and like even to the point of maybe mocking you and stuff like that. But it's just like, just because they didn't succeed doesn't mean you can't in whatever that you're dreaming of. Anyway, you are meant to learn about life in all its complexities, especially learning about how to be in community with others. Green Tara, the Tibetan goddess also known as She Who Saves, says that you will never be alone in life's journey. This compassionate savior goddess of intimate friendship will ensure that the right people will show up for you at the right time. This has been happening a lot to me lately. I've just been running into people conveniently at the most perfect times who have been giving me such inspiration or helping me out so much, and just Anyway, Green Tara reminds you that your needs will always be met. You don't need to know the how, as that is her domain. You just need to trust in the goddess. Green Tara will use her magic on your behalf. You are safe and secure, and always in the care of the divine. Green Tara, known as She Who Saves, is here to remind you that salvation is contingent on your willingness to release your ego conflicts and surrender your wants and unmet desires to the divine. Do you find yourself swimming in a nagging spiral of dissatisfaction? Are you Sorry, this is actually a little bit difficult to read by candlelight, not gonna lie. And when my cat's like mad because I'm not opening up the door for her right now. She can wait. Okay. Yeah. Do you find yourself swimming in a nagging spiral of dissatisfaction? Are you comparing yourself to others and always coming up short? Do you feel entitled to the manifestation of your wants arriving in only the form that you will accept? When you are suffering from longing and wanting, you are like a hungry ghost that will never be fed, and blind to the opportunities that are truly yours. Never fear, just as a true friend will let you know when you're off track, Green Tara will let you know when you're out of alignment. She will save you from the destructive qualities of hubris, entitlement, and elitism, as well as consciousness of lack with following alignment tasks. Get right with yourself and the world again. First, know that you are exactly where you need to be right now. And if that means empty for a time, that is perfect. Instead of looking for what isn't there, bless every tiny aspect of your life with deep gratitude. Green tar will show you that the world is your friend. You've only been fighting against yourself. You will then realize that the earth is a place of joy and abundance. Yeah, exactly that. Like, get everybody else's voice that you've had in your life growing up or just around you, society's voice, get it out of your head. I also feel like a lot of people in this group maybe have been on social media too much or looking at the news a little bit more than they should, and it might be creating a little bit of a cloud. And it's like, yo, you can't fix everything in the world. Like, just accept it, focus on yourself. It's okay to focus on yourself for a bit. Dive into whatever you've been wanting to dive into, and don't beat yourself up or doubt yourself or anything like that. Just know that you're okay. Heal those inner childhood wounds. Yeah, this weird ass reading. My poor cats outside, like, they're upset with me. But also, like, I want to finish this reading before letting them in because earlier one was trying to bring in this, like, giant lizard, and I just don't really feel like it's dark right now. I don't want to try to deal with, like, a vole or something in my home trying to run around. Anyway, okay. Ooh, right. So for my animal oracle, I have flamingo spirit embraced in between. So 26, that reduces down to 8. And man, abundance, abundance. And it's also life path 8, very karmic. What goes around comes around. Whatever you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back. Think positively. Like, be fine with the fact that you don't know 100% on where your life is going to be heading at this exact time. We're not always meant to know. Like, it's okay. Also, like, you don't. Everybody, like, honestly, a lot of people I'm sure who have been watching this probably can think of where they thought their life was going to be 10 years previous, and it's like nothing like how it is today. And it could be for better or for worse, but either way, it's like where you need to be or what lessons brought you to this point. It's weird. Candle bubbled. Okay. Flamingo spirit. Embrace the in between. Balance comes easily to flamingo spirit, who sees what was and what will be, and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan a future yet to be, but do not resist flamingo's call to be fully present and in the now, where the real magic happens, with one foot into the life you are moving away from, and one foot in the future as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in between. The presence of flamingo spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arriving within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain Remain here in the balanced state of mind, for there is so much more, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this this moment. I keep just like stuttering over everything. Yeah, I'm trying to like read. I keep spacing off like every 12 seconds. Yeah. Back to flamingo spirit. Sorry, I need to like, channel less when I'm getting downloads like at the time because it's like your brain, like it's like my mouth cannot keep up with my brain. But then at the same time, I high key hope that anybody who subscribes to this is also like equally weird, so you kind of like maybe get it, or also just like maybe we'll just like laugh I don't. Okay, back to this flamingo. Okay. The presence of flamingo spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arriving within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with new plans. You can trust this moment and yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in between time. If you are feeling nervous and wobbly, stop worrying about the past and the future. Instead, be present in the moment. Balancing, for now, is the space in which creativity arises. Creativity is your birthright, but you are moving too quickly in an attempt to avoid the discomfort of transition. You can blind yourself to the miraculous possibilities that are before you now. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I literally could just. Duh, man. How did I not think to just do that? Okay. That are before you now, and those just coming into being. The past has its lessons and planning has its merits, but right now you may be imbalanced because you're becoming too nostalgic for, oh, nostalgia, oh, we were just talking about that. Becoming too nostalgic for what was and too anxious about what the future might hold. We don't need to know everything. Just do the do. It's all good. There is time to plan carefully. For now, be still and know that Spirit is here co creating with you in this moment. The next step will appear when it needs to appear. Relax into a state of equanimity and balance so any anxiety can transmute into trust and faith that will always be as it will for the highest good. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave it off at that because I've gone on weird tangents and confusing literally weird and confusing tangents during this. I also have the dry mouth, and one of my cats is trying to kick the door in. Thank you for, yeah, she's literally, okay, I'm coming, Pippa. I'm coming, Pippa. It's okay. Let's see, I'm also at 22 minutes already, so I'm just going to leave it. Love and light. I hope you guys all have a good night. I hope whatever you're trying to succeed in, like, you're going to be fine. This was the gist of all of this. Have confidence in yourself and know that you're going to be fine and that you're protected. Also, maybe another lesson in me being kind of weird this whole time is like it doesn't really matter in the long run if you're putting yourself out there and you're kind of a little bit of a weirdo, because you know what? Maybe you'll just attract your soul tribe, which is a bunch of weirdos, and they'll support you and like maybe yeah, is that I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, but if it helps motivate you and made you feel better, then I did good. Can you see that thumb up? There you go. Okay, have a good morning, noon, and night.